things that we could cut back on. And groceries was one of the things that you have to eat, but you could also, we found couponing as a way to be able to cut on that without touching our other finances. So what I did, I would start matching up the ads with the coupons to be able to save money, and then I was building up quite a stockpile. And my friends and family were asking, how do we do it? We would like to get started. Can you show us how to do it? So I started emailing a spreadsheet around. When I would make my list each week for Publix, I would email it to my husband, who would mail it to his friends at work. And somebody suggested that I start a website. I start doing it online. And so I did. I started a little blog spot. And then AL.com contacted me and asked me to start blogging over there, putting it over there. So I did, and I did that for a while, and then I decided that I wanted to branch out and go out on my own with my website so I could make it easier to follow, have a printable checklist and things like that too, and so that I could have a little more features that I could over there. So I started igovogo.com, and what I do there is I teach people how to use coupons in order to save at least 50% on your groceries. And a lot of people think that it's hard to use coupons. It's not worth it. You know, you go to the store with your $5 worth of coupons and you save $5, and that wasn't really worth cutting all that out and buying the paper and all that. But you know, it really is if you change your mindset about couponing and going from, you know, making your list based on what's in your pantry or what you want to cook that week, just completely turning that around and, you know, look at what's on sale. Look at coupons to match what's on sale so that you can get items when they're at their lowest price and put a coupon with it so you're saving more on top of that. And follow the sale cycles and know how often items go on sale and buy something when it's at its bottom price. And when it is, stock up. And don't, you know, don't buy one or two. Buy 2 to 3 weeks worth at least. Sometimes some items you would want to buy 4 to 6 weeks worth of things, you know, for your stockpile. And that way you have what you need in your pantry, and you can do your meal planning and from your pantry rather than doing it on the fly each week. And you end up spending a lot more money at the grocery store that way if you plan from what you want to buy or what's missing from the pantry. So, you know, it takes a while to get from, that's the hardest part, I think, when you're getting started with the couponing, is going from buying what's on your list and then going to using the coupons and shopping from your stockpile, planning from your stockpile. That's the hardest part, you know, doing that. But after, you know, a couple weeks, you can get going. And on my website, what I do is I take the ads. I do Publix, Winn-Dixie, Walmart, Target, and the drugstores, and I go through the ad and I see what's on sale that week, and I go look at the coupon database and I match up what coupons go with what sales. So if you go, like, if you're going to get this is my website, and if you just want to get started, you can go to Start Here. If you just click on Start Here, this is where you need to start. And I have articles here on how to get started. I have a place where you can sign up for my email list, mailing list. Right there, email updates. If you just sign up there, you can get all the deals and all the coupons mailed to your inbox. And when you get ready to go shopping, you don't have to do all that matching up yourself. You can just go here and you click on what store you want, like click on Publix. And then you would go through and you just check off. You see right there, I have the items that are on sale this week. Those are all the BOGOs that are buy one, get one free at Publix this week. And I have listed there how much it's going to be after the coupon. It's like $1.30 off. And then tell you what coupon to use. And you just check off the items that you want to buy. and then you just go all the way to the bottom and you create your list. You don't have to print all that out. You can just print exactly what you want. And this is your list, and you can, if you want to buy more than one thing, you can change the number there to how many items you want, and go down and calculate savings. And if you'll see there at the bottom, it calculates how much you're going to spend at the store, $14.46 on all that, and your total savings will be $23.11. So right there with that trip right there, you would save more than you're spending. And if you look at the, it looks like a little code there. What that is the coupons. That tells you what coupons to use. The highlighted in blue, that's the a printable coupon, like you would just click it and then you print the coupon. You go back to the thing. I also list coupons that are found just in the Sunday paper that you get on Sundays. Usually there's 1 to 4, sometimes there's more inserts. And like that one right there that says Campbell's condensed soup, cooking 40 cents off of 3, that's what the coupon is for, 40 cents off of 3 items. And that date, 1/8/12, that is what paper that coupon was in. And then the expiration date, of course. So, and that's, how you would do your store. And I have other stores listed. I have Target and Walmart and Winn-Dixie, the drugstores, and trying to fit all this in 10 minutes. It usually takes me an hour to do this, so just trying to fit it all in. But for more, you can go there and just read and find out all you need to know about that, and sign up for my email updates so you can get emails when I update the deals, and contact me and ask me anything. I'm glad to answer questions, or if you have any questions about it, I'm glad to answer.
Can I ask you something? Would you recommend when people put out those coupons that you get some way of organizing them?
Yes, definitely. I don't clip coupons at all until I'm making my list. The way I recommend doing it is getting like a file folder, like a legal folder or something like that, and just have a date, like the Sunday, have them organized by Sunday. When you get your papers on Sunday, take those inserts out, put them in the slot for that day, and then don't look at them again until you're ready to make your list. And then, when you're ready to go to the store, look at the list, print out the coupons you want to print, pull the coupons then that you're going to take, and stick them with your list and go to the store. And that makes it easy to do this, easier than
Stuffing them in his pocket.
right. And you can save more that way because you're only using the coupons that you need for what you're going to buy, and you're not just clipping a bunch of coupons. And that's another complaint that people have about coupons is that there's so many coupons for stuff I don't need, or they end up spending more money when they use coupons because they buy stuff that they wouldn't have bought. With this way, you don't do that. You clip what you're going to buy that's on your list, and then you go to the store and stick to your list, and don't get anything else. And you can save 40 to 50% or more on your groceries that way. That's an easy way to trim your budget.
All right, well, thank you, Holly, for these comments. And one thing, just because of that question, you got to keep in mind why coupons exist. They do not exist so that you can save money. They exist so that people buy the products of the companies that give you the coupons. So you're going to have to use them to your advantage, but they are not created so that you all walk out of the grocery store saving 50% on your shopping. So that's why, as a great advice, only take the coupons for the things that you actually need. Not just, don't go the other way. You see a coupon and think, oh yeah, I do need that. That's not how it should work. Okay, next, Trish.
Hey, my name is Trish, and again, I founded BirminghamMommy.com. And it is a website that was created out of necessity. I moved to Birmingham, I knew no one, and I was very isolated, and I will be the first to admit I'm not the greatest at couponing when it comes to grocery. Like, I go to her website. But because of my failure in that area, I have strengths in other areas. So we created the website. It started as mostly events because as a stay-at-home mom especially, you want to get out and do things, but when it's $6 per kid and when it costs money and you have 5 days a week to do things, it's very expensive, as I'm sure anyone with kids would agree. So we started with events and we compiled everything there was to do in town. We made sure we put everything that was free. There were some things that were not free. So our next goal was, these things cost money and moms have power because moms control everything regardless of what those other people say. Those other people being men, we contacted businesses in town and we wanted to become partners with them, and we wanted to work out a way to get moms kind of a collective buying power. So what we do for the events is we tend to find discount codes so that if I want to take my kids to Disney on Ice, but it's alarming that it's $20, $30 per person, and especially when they both end up in my lap and I really only need one chair to begin with. But so we work out discount codes where, say this code and you'll get a discount. And those were really popular, but what we really became known for was our consignment sales list. Kids' clothes cost more than my women's clothes, and they wear them out faster and they treat them like they want to rub dirt on them. They enjoy it. So we found a way to save money there, and that was, we looked around and said, well, there's no list available that shows every consignment sale that's going on in town. Because there's these 2 consignment sale seasons, and if you know any young mothers, they're kind of crazy about consignment sales. So about 4 years ago when we started the website, we compiled a list of every consignment sale within about a 40 to 50 mile radius, and it basically was a go-to shopping guide for, a lot of people buy clothes and their kids don't rub dirt on them, and you can buy those clothes at a great discounted price. So our consignment sales list, it was the first one of its kind, and it was, it kind of launched us into a whole new realm of what moms wanted, and we realized, okay, this is what moms want. So then our next step was, again, partnering with those businesses in town. One of our biggest discounts that we do every year is the McWane Center. The McWane Science Center is a great place. If you have grandkids, kids, it's a great gift to give them a membership to go, especially when it's so cold and when it's so hot, because I'm not from here, and there are some things that my husband, who is from here, should have told me, that weather extreme being one, and the size of the cockroaches, but that's another story. I was scared, but so we partnered with the McWane Center, and I got a membership when we first moved here, and I loved it. I mean, it's a great place to meet other moms. Your kids love it. You can escape the heat, escape the cold. But again, always wanting to save money since I'm a failure at grocery couponing, we partnered with them and said, okay, we know they do a discount of $10 off all year round, and that's great. But we asked them, well, hey, we have this great following of moms. Can you do something special? So once a year, they do an exclusive discount for our website that's $20 off. So, and we timed it to where it's right before Thanksgiving, so pretty much my mom gets a bill that says, you owe me $70 for my Christmas gift. So it's great timing, it's great, it worked out, but it's a way to save extra money. And those $10s and $20 really add up over time. And then we also do, on ABC and NBC, we do a craft series called Busy Mommy Bonding, because that's the other thing we found. We want to do activities with our children, but again, it's really expensive. I bought crayons the other day. Oh my Lord, they were $5 for crayons. So anyway, we tried to think of a way to find valuable, meaningful activities to do with them that you could do with stuff from around the house. I'm the queen of a pipe cleaner. I mean, give me a bag of cotton balls, I'm MacGyver in a skirt, I can do it. So we came up with this series of spend this time with your kids. The materials are around the house, so it's cheap or free. Your kids will learn, as a former science teacher, I'm always trying to insert, when my kids eat Oreos, I make them scrape the filling out and show me moon phases. They probably will hate me, but that's okay. But so we wanted to think of a way to do something fun and cheap and, really help moms. Because if you've ever been a mom, and again, I know half of you are not, but it's hard and you want to do the best for them, and yet you always tend to feel like, am I doing enough? I could do more, but we really want to help. That's what we want to help with. The other things that we can offer is giveaways. We get so many requests from businesses. Can you give this away on your website? Give this away. And we have some moms who are piranhas about a giveaway, and they enter everything in every way possible, and they win and win. We've given away things like Kindles and a trip to Callaway and a beach trip, and just things that, when I see a giveaway, I tend to think, oh, okay, Nabisco's having a giveaway, there's no way I'm going to win. But when it's this local mommy website, and I'm the face behind it, you can actually win. So I highly suggest, even if it's not for you, just enter, give it to somebody, use it as a gift. Right before Christmas, we actually do a series of giveaways that are called Giveaway to Gift Away. It's like classy regifting. There's nothing wrong with regifting. Maybe that should be a topic, regifting. But it's basically 12 or 13 giveaways where we get, like this year we did a gift card from Chewy's with a Carmike movie card, so it was kind of like a date night. Tons of toy type items, just things that you can win and gift to kind of help you ease that burden of Christmas and purchasing all those items. Another one that we do is, I'm looking at my notes. Oh, we try to help people with like sneak peeks and things that are exclusive. Because of our mommy fan base, businesses are really nice to us, and also like Junior League of Birmingham, they do a lot. And they have 2 fundraisers, the Market and Bargain Carousel. But if you haven't been to Bargain Carousel and you want to save money, you should really go to Bargain Carousel. It's these great gently used items at obscenely low prices. Like, it puts yard selling to shame. And it's great things. And so we tend to do things like we'll go in and we'll get a sneak peek and post pictures of some of those items to let you know kind of here's the quality of items. Kids' outdoor toys, lawnmowers, anything like that you get at the best deal. And then we also will get tickets that are for early entry so that you get, because it's a madhouse. When those doors open, you'll get trampled if you're not planted and strong. So we offer things like early access. When businesses open in town, we tend to do grand openings with them. A little gymnastics place in Vestavia opened called We Flip, and we partnered with them, and basically if you came to our little open house where we had free quesadillas, and that's why some people came, but that's okay. But if you came, you got half off. And again, we had some grandparents come in and buy, I'm gonna get this for my grandkids. And I just really think there's some little ways to kind of weave in and out and save money here and there. And it's not the 50 cents off, it's more of $10 and $15. And one probably, and I'll talk forever if you let me. So the last thing we tend to come back and forth with it is there's a website called retailmenot.com that if you buy things online and you're not using discount codes, you really should. And if you're not comfortable buying things online, find someone to help you, because I did my entire holiday shopping online. I never paid for shipping. Half the things I didn't pay tax for because they didn't have a store here in state. And I was getting discount codes on top of everything. So pet meds and contacts and just everything. Retailmenot.com, it's basically a big listing of discount codes that you can go search through, and you can put Crate and Barrel and it'll show you all the discount codes. Because I know I signed up for a ton of email newsletters, and now I'm kicking myself for it, because now I open my email in the morning and think, wow, 60 emails, I'm important. And then I filter through them and it's all Crate and Barrel, Gap.com. And so now I've been taken myself off those and really just relying on retailmenot.com. And then when it does come to couponing, we have a mom who helps us on our site. She's called the Ninja Shopping Mom, and she is very much a ninja. But she focuses less on just general couponing and more specifically on healthy options. What I discovered when I tried to coupon was I would clip coupons and then go buy junk food, because a lot of the coupons tended to be junk food. And so 5 pounds later, I was like, this has got to stop. So we asked her to help us, because Whole Foods is another, I know people think it's expensive, but there are so many deals at Whole Foods. Our milk, you can get a case of milk, 4 gallons of milk, and I think it comes out to $2.70 per gallon, which is cheaper than anywhere in town, and it's organic. I mean, they have some great deals, and they run a lot of great deals on fresh produce. Like they do a blueberry special, and they do a strawberry special, as well as their little value meals, which are $15 for 4 people, and it's kind of a lifesaver. I mean, I don't know any way to eat for $15 for my family. You know, that's probably my fault since my kids require 2 different meals, and that's, again, another story. But I highly recommend Whole Foods as a place, as a resource, and they have online coupons. And what I have realized is if you're not comfortable online, try to get comfortable, because that's where so much of this is. And I mean, especially when we travel, we always look on doors and you'll see a sign that says check in on Yelp or Foursquare for a discount. And you know, just little things like that. And I know like Zoe's in town, they offer a lot of social media discounts where you just basically go in and say, I saw you on Twitter or Facebook, and they give you a free cup, which you can refill, you know, and it just saves you money over the long term. And I'll stop now because I'll never stop. Okay, sorry.
All right, well, thank you, Trish. Well, next, we'll just pass on the microphone to Christy Denton.
Hey, guys. Well, let's ask real quick, do we have any couponers out there? Do we have any extreme couponers? No extreme coupon. One in the back. So most of you are you at the beginning level or intermediate level, or just want to kick it up a notch? Well, I mean, all of us have great information, and there's lots of great tutorials out there. So hopefully after this we can direct you in the way to get it up to some significant savings. The Bargain Mom blog is and columns in the paper are designed to help families of any income level save on anything from groceries, lifestyle needs, events, and tech things, whatever you can think of. If you are trying to find a discount or savings on something, let me know and I'll try to track it down for you. But being able to account for every penny that is that comes in your household, whatever income level you're on, is not compulsive or miserly. What I think it is liberating. And my husband, shocker here, he's a stay-at-home dad, and so we have a very open communication between the two of us. So I count for every penny. Technically, I could hold it over his head that I'm the one that's out earning money and that I can spend it the way I want to, but that's not going to work. That's a marriage killer. So I enjoy telling him what I've spent, or when we or he's made a purchase online or something like that, because it opens up between the two of you to make sure that you're not stressing out, and at the end there's not any unexpected bills or where did the $50 go. You know, it's open. We're trusting each other to do the best with our money. And also, I consider that he's working at home. Technically, I mean, he's got we have 3 kids, but he's got 2 boys at home. So, and my daughter's in school, so I don't think that he's not working. So don't take me that way. Although he could do more laundry. Here are 4 disciplines that I want you to think about, because there's one word that would describe accounting for every penny, and it's commitment. It's a commitment to be a savvy shopper, to be smart with our money, and to make sure that we're not wasting. Because, I mean, I'm out of the home 40 hours a week. I want to make sure that I'm not wasting that 40 hours a week frivolously. It means I'm away from my kids. It means I'm away from my husband. So if I go to work and I'm earning that salary, I want to make sure that I'm spending it wisely. One, a commitment to coupon. Holly has touched on couponing, and so did Trish. It is essential to cutting down your to grocery budget. I mean, that is the one thing that we can definitely control. Each week, with a few exceptions, the Birmingham News has inserts, and we'll throw $100 in your driveway, at least $100 in your driveway, and it's if you want to go out there and get it and take advantage of it. For instance, tomorrow we're going to have 4 inserts, and if you don't have all 4 inserts, please don't write on my Facebook page you didn't get all 4 inserts. I'm kidding. I can direct you in to get that taken care of. But yes, tomorrow is a big coupon day, and if you get the paper and to get those deals, that means you would want to get at least 1 set of inserts per person in your household plus 1, and that is how you can start taking advantage of the deals, because you'll have multiple sets of coupons. I use the same system that Holly uses. I use a clip-less system, so I organize them by date. I also write the last date on that first insert, on the insert to the last coupon is going to expire. That way it'll help me in the long run. So if you're already a couponer, you can understand the efficiency method of that. Yes, go ahead.
There is now I was just noticing this in the newspaper, that if you do couponing and you have extra coupons that you have clipped and you haven't used them, you can send them to a program that donates the clipped coupons to the veterans.
Military?
Yes,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
that they will allow those coupons to be reused, even if they pass the day.
Right. There are a number of websites that are clearinghouses for that. One is Coops for Troops, or you can just basically Google, and a lot of them will pull up that you can put you in connection with a sponsor that will mail those coupons overseas. You'll have to mail it to them, but then they would get it into the right hands for the military to use at their VX, PX, and AV. So yes, that's a valid point. So don't throw them away. Also, you'll need to decide if you want to learn to use those coupons strategically, and there are a lot of online resources to use, and that will, instead of just clipping a couple and putting them in your purse and letting them get stuck to the peppermints and tissue and all that kind of stuff, pulling them out at the end, and you're like, oh, it's expired. It's a commitment to be dedicated to make sure that you are organized and you are using them effectively. And one way to effectively use grocery coupons and even toys and household items is to take advantage of 4 online coupon sources. And these are the 4 legitimate that I recommend, and you can just go straight to them. And there is an application that you will have to, it's a coupon application that you'll have to install on your computer, but it's not going to harm it. One is coupons.com, and the second is smartsource.com, redplum.com, and then couponnetwork.com. And all of those are legitimate online resources for coupons, and they frequently have a multitude and a variety of products. You'll find, yes.
Will you just repeat those real quick?
Yes, I will.
We can't write it that fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got a handout as well that it's a cheat sheet, so you can have everything in. But it's smartsource.com, coupons.com, couponnetwork.com, and what else? Red Plum, yeah, Red Plum. And basically, Red Plum, Smart Source are your insert providers, and then redplum.com. Yes, ma'am. And you can. I've got enough for everybody, so it'll be a cheat sheet if you didn't bring a pencil or whatever. And the coupons you'll find on those sites supplement the coupons that you'll get in the Sunday paper. It's a great way to get extra for that deal if you didn't pick up enough inserts. It's not going to be the exact mirror of everything that's in the inserts, but you'll find some of them. And you might even find an even better coupon online as compared to what you got in the insert. The skill comes though with yes, sir.
Are there any of these coupon centers that deal with healthy foods?
Yes,
Like,
there are.
most of the stuff you see up there on your screen and so forth have, with diabetes, high blood pressure, obesity, and so forth. I'd say 95% of the stuff they're putting out there with free coupons are really dangerous to your health and longevity.
Right.
And I think you'd be better off not to getting them rather than to getting
Well,
them.
that's a good deal on frozen fruit. I think you just have to.
Yeah.
It is a good deal.
Well, and that's about a point. He was talking about, I don't know if y'all heard him, but he was asking about that coupons are for junk food or for things that are going to, in the long term, affect your health. And yes, there are a lot of coupons for things that are probably not good for you. But then there are also, if you are on a strict diet, you can still save money on the household items. We all have to buy shampoo. We all have to buy things to clean the house. And if you have a pet, you know, there's coupons for that as well. So yes, if you're a strict health nut, and that, I won't say health nut, health conscious, then it may be a little bit hard, but it's going to be, I mean, there are coupons out there. MongoSprouts.com. Whole Foods puts their coupons online. You can get those, and the whole deal is at the front of the store. And don't pass that up. And then some Publix around here in this area will take those as competitor coupons if they sell that product. So, and if you are buying specifically vegan or organic, go to the manufacturer and sign up for their emails and get them. If Trish said she was annoyed by all the emails that come in, have an extra, another email and have all those things go into that, so you don't, mess up and miss your grandkids or your parent or your kids' emails. So that's a way to overcome that. Another one is to be commitment to be creative in home clothing and tech purchases. The more you have to work for finding a discount, the more you're going to analyze whether that purchase is worth it or not. And then also I want you to avoid buyer's remorse by going through and taking the time to research the product, to wait for it to get on sale, to find a coupon for it, or find an online discount code for it. You're going to analyze the purchase, whether it's actually a want or a necessity. And that is, I call it the 15-second rule, and I'm not referring to dropping the food on the floor, which isn't cool. It's still not clean. It is to analyze the purchase before you click buy or before you whip out the check card. Retailers and manufacturers are connecting with consumers on a variety of levels: Facebook, Twitter, quit playing Farmville and start following the manufacturers. Sign up for text messages or email. If there's a retailer or somebody that you're trying to get a deal from, go and connect with them and see what they're offering. But I always say there's coupons for everything from Dollar General to Neiman Marcus. So if whatever income you're looking for, there's something out there that'll help you save. Third, commitment to price tracking. This is being savvy and being aware. And when you're in the store, if you notice that Cheerios are $1.99 this week and they're $4.99 next week, which week do you want to buy them? The $1.99 week. That's the same week that you want to use your coupon. Same thing applies for TVs. If you're in Best Buy and you see that the Toshiba 60-inch LED is $5.99 this week, and then you talk to one of the associates and they say, well, if you'll hold off a week, we'll save you $100. Then that's the week that you want to buy, right? Okay, so it's being aware, being price aware, forming relationships with people that you trade with. And that's an antiquated term, but trading with is if you're going to those stores, become become aware of what the surroundings are, and then make a relationship with the management or the cashier. The associates. So you can use the information that they have, because they'll freely share it with you for the most part, except around Black Friday. All right, and then finally, I want you to be committed to frugality. And when I say frugality, I'm not talking about taking a 2-ply roll of toilet paper and turning it into 2 rolls of toilet paper. I don't want you to be that frugal, because that's crazy, unless somebody's doing that. Is somebody doing that? Nobody wants to do that. But no, frugality in the terms of how you're using the products that are coming into your house. Technically, you could get 2 uses out of Cheerios. You could eat it as a bowl of cereal, and you could also make Cheerio bars, like Rice Krispie treats. But that's a little bit far-fetched. But the main thing, though, is that if you're looking for purchases, or if you're looking for things that are coming into your house, start reusing products. And I think thriftiness and frugality has been lost on a generation. We should learn from the generations in the past who went through the World War II, and who we bought my grandmother's house, and when we were cleaning it out, she had all these meat trays in the bottom of the basement there. I'm like, what in the world? Why would you save a styrofoam meat tray? Well, that was her. She saved things and she reused them or whatever. Of course, I threw them all away, but it would have probably made her cry. But the main thing is that she was in the mindset of finding another purpose for everything. And whether you're taking tinfoil and rolling it up and sticking in an onion or potato sack and using it as a scrubber, or if you're reusing dryer lint. We talked about that on the blog. It's actually done by a lot of people. There are ways to analyze what is in your house and how you can reuse it and repurpose it, which in turn will help you save money in the long run. So the Bargain Mom blog is basically designed not only for grocery savings, but for savings for every facet of our lives, so we can enjoy our families without burden and have breathing room. And I have tutorials for couponing, but I also have other things on there, and I'm always available to help you if you need to either try something or you have a problem with coming up with a way to save on something. So thank you for having me.
All right, thank you, Christy. By the way, one thing that you're talking about was the electronics. Like, if you go to Best Buy on Saturday and buy a television and it goes on sale on Sunday, you can actually go back there and tell them that you bought it yesterday and now it's $100 less. They will give you that. They will give you those $100 off. So. All right. Okay, our next panelist is Patrick Knowles.
Thank you. I want to talk today about my company. It's called thesuperdeal.com, and what it is, it's a daily deal website. Is there anyone in here that's familiar with what a daily deal is? Does anybody get daily deals delivered every day to their inbox? Okay. Well, that's what we do, and it's a little bit different type of couponing, but it is a way to save money, and we actually our theme saying is save 50 to 90% on fun stuff to do, eat, or see in your area. Most of the deals that we do deal with local businesses. So we kind of do things twofold. We want to save customers money on stuff that either they're already doing or perhaps would like to do. And on the other end of it, we like to help drive our local residents to our local businesses just to keep them afloat. So before I go too much further, all of this stuff that they have been talking about, if you haven't done any of it and you're not doing any couponing, it's amazing the savings that you can do. If you'll just do it halfway, I mean, it's unbelievable what you can do and save money from couponing from A to Z, like Christy just said. It may not be, you may not can find your food or exactly what you want in one facet, but everybody brushes their teeth, I hope, and puts on deodorant and stuff like that, so there's always a way for you to save money. But what we do is we offer what's called a deal a day. So it may be from a restaurant, a spa, a boutique, a fun event to do in Birmingham, a trip somewhere. So we do stuff and we do it at 50% off every time. So a simple example of a deal that we might offer and have offered in the past is called, it was at Zoe's Kitchen, where you purchase a coupon ahead of time and it gives you a value that's more than the price that you just purchased for. So we offered a $10 coupon at Zoe's that was good for $20 worth of food when you take it in. So you're buying the coupon in advance to use it down the road. Most of the coupons that you purchase have a minimum 3-month expiration on them. So essentially the way it works is you sign up at our website, which is thesuperdeal.com, and I'll pass out some little cards that you can have when we're done. And you simply just enter your email address. It's free to put your email address in. We send you one deal a day to your inbox, usually early in the morning. And you open the email. If it's something that you're interested in or think you might be interested in, you read forward. If not, you just delete it. Okay, so a lot of the stuff that we do is geared towards women because women tend to coupon and are in charge of savings more in the house than the man. So a lot of the stuff we do is geared towards women. We do some fun stuff geared towards men as well, but mostly we try to keep it family oriented. So for example, Monday we might be doing a food deal. $10 gets you $20 at Zoe's Kitchen. The next day we may give a discount on a haircut and color at a certain salon. The next day we may do half off a massage or 75% off a massage, and then the next day we may do a fun event in town. Like one we've got coming up is Bill Cosby's coming to town at the Alabama Theater in a month or so. And we're going to sell discounted tickets to that on our website. So we're constantly looking for something that makes sense for you to purchase, and if you don't, like I said, you just pass it on and we'll send you another one the next day. Sometimes it may be 3 or 4 days before we send you something that you want to purchase, but it's good to stay on that email list so you don't miss out on the good stuff. One thing that we do that always makes sense is food. It makes sense if you're going to go out and spend money eating food, you should do it at half price. most of the times you can do stuff with our coupons and maybe, say you buy $10, get you a $20 coupon at Zoe's. Well, you still may go in there and spend $3, $4, $5 on top of the coupon, but you're saving that money that you pre-purchased the coupon for in advance. So that's how most of our deals work. We tend to, again, try to keep it local, try to keep it, sometimes we may do something in Pelham, the next time we may do something here in Crestline. So they're constantly rolling the deals are coming around, and we try to do it also to put a mix of deals in there of stuff that perhaps maybe you've been waiting on to do or had the money to do up front, not just eating your simple stuff. Later this week, we're doing a deal, a teeth whitening deal with a local dentist here in town, where for $99 you get this great whitening treatment that's usually $500 or $600. So we do offer huge savings on stuff that you don't even have to pay when you go into the merchant. So we really offer specials from A to Z. We only do one email, one deal a day. It's usually something new every day. So 5 days a week, you've got a new deal through all the areas that we do stuff in. Like I mentioned, the food, the spas, the salons, really anything fun that there is to do in Birmingham or something that makes sense, we try to keep it on our website. So that's pretty much the basis of where I want to go. I guess I know these ladies here kind of went in a little bit more depth, but then again, they've got a huge, much more broader scope of couponing for you. We just send you one thing a day that, hey, if it looks good, then you can buy it, and if it doesn't, then you just wait till the next one. So I appreciate the time.
All right, well, thank you, Patrick. So we're gonna open it up for questions, but first I have a question, and whoever wants to answer that. A lot of people like to go to places like Sam's and Costco because they think that if you buy a lot, that's a good thing and saves you money. What is your take on that? Should you go there, or should you rather just clip coupons and go to the grocery store?
I'm going to say we have a Sam's membership, but I only use it for gas and occasionally go in there to look at Christmas decorations around that time. But for the most part, I think that you can save more by matching a coupon with a sale in terms of purchasing a lot at a volume that way instead of going and purchasing in bulk at Sam's or Costco, that neither one of them accept manufactured coupons. An example of that is that if you have a 10 for 10, and that means that the product is $1 and you have a 75% off coupon, if you apply that 75% off coupon on the $1 product, you've saved 75%. If you take that 75% coupon and apply it to a $3 product, you've only saved 25%. So how many of those little $1 items can I use and purchase because I'm collecting coupons now? I can get more for a quarter each instead of buying the big bulkier items and not saving as much.
I was going to say one thing about that. Sam's, we have a membership also, and we use it for gas. And there are a couple of things that you can save on. I think it's worth it for things like if you bake a lot, or I have kids with food allergies, so I have to make a lot of stuff from scratch. So we use a lot of flour, sugar, stuff like that. That's a good buy at Sam's. Baking goods like vanilla, cinnamons, your spices, stuff like that. And you can find coupons on things like that too. But it's worth it, I think, for the gas and for the milk and produce and baking, stuff like that. But there are some things you don't want to buy at Sam's. Like she said, you can get much cheaper at the grocery store, like cereal, yogurt, brand name stuff like that. You don't want to buy at Sam's because it's not cheaper.
Meats are good.
Yeah,
Meats are good because you can buy a lot of meat a lot cheaper.
Right, we use our Costco membership for meats. Typically, the bag of frozen chicken is $17 or $18 and lasts us for over a month. But we also tend to, Costco is our backup. If toilet paper is not on sale and I don't have a coupon, I gotta have it. So it is a good deal in that respect. So for times when you're not prepared, which is my problem, is there are many of those times, it's our backup.
Thank you. Another thing that was touched on before was online shopping. Does it make more sense? And one thing, I don't want to crash the party, you are supposed to pay taxes even if they're not charging you them. So it's one of those
Can
things
we
that
rewind
it's going to be a law. No, I'm not making that up. There are laws being in work for Alabama and on the federal level, because the states and the city, I just had to do actually for the city, they asked me to estimate how much money they lose every year on sales tax that's not collected through online sales. There will be enforcements on this. So that's going to go away now. Right now, nobody pays taxes on online purchases unless they're actually charged, and that's just the way everybody does it. Again, you're already supposed to do it, but nobody ever does it. But this is going to change. But other than that, are there things that are better to be bought online than to go to the store?
I would say definitely yes. I don't buy food online, but everything else before, I do all, the statistics say that women specifically do 80% of their research online when they're going to buy a service, product. I do my research online because you can easily compare it. That's where you get discount codes and you can apply those and really find out what you're going to get. I typically buy things like we bought a laptop, things like that if I went in the store, that discount code meant nothing. Even if it's just free shipping, it still saves me. I don't have to go to the store. And a lot of the deals are not available in the store. So for that reason, I would definitely say yes, because there's more options online. It's cheaper for stores to have an online, basis rather than a physical store. So you can get a lot of great deals and things like contact lenses and, the dog heartworm pills. Those kinds of things just always tend to be cheaper for us.
Yeah, well, and just in terms also, she said about food, but there are a lot of great food deals on Amazon. You can get, my kids like the Nature Valley bars, the granola bars, and there are some ways to save, and then also subscriber services with saving just in terms of the shipping or whatever. You can subscribe to that or not subscribe to it, but there are a lot of ways to really buy a lot in bulk for cheap per price point. And Amazon is a great place to do that as well. But yeah, no, I think online shopping, we did, I wouldn't say all of it, but probably 75 to 80% of our Christmas shopping online, just because the deals, I've given up eBay, but no, finding bonus deals or a lot of the Black Friday deals were done online, so we didn't have to, when we did the TV this year, we bought our TV and had it in 2 days after buying it on Black Friday morning. That was pretty awesome. We did not expect that. And it was $200 cheaper online than it was purchasing the same TV in the store. So it just, in terms of being a savvy shopper, yes, I mean, for you to ignore online savings is probably that you're wasting money in the long term.
Thank you. That's correct. Yes.
Question is changing a little bit, but how do individuals such as you generate income for yourself, for you doing all of this that you're doing? I mean, you're doing a public service, but at the same time, you're spending lots of energy, lots of time doing this, and then sending it out to individuals. How are you compensated? That's
well, I'm employee at Birmingham News, yeah, so I have full benefits and retirement and all that stuff, so I'm on the clock.
I just didn't know how people got into this.
Yeah,
I mean,
they could talk better to how they generate their income.
Well, for me, my website is a business and we run it like a business. We have ad sales that we do. We have business sponsors, Brookwood Medical Center is one of our partners, and they believe in what we're doing and they support it. So we have sponsors in that respect that believe, we had to build up a following first. We couldn't just, we had to put in the time on the front end to eventually get compensated on the back end. But we also, we hold events in town that, we do this event called Moms Rock once a year that it's huge. But we have people come to us and say, we want to have an event. We want to pay you to have it and host it and do it. So for us, I have a partner, my business partner, and it works out great. I mean, we have our revenue models based on several different sources of revenue. But I will say, the upfront was blood, sweat, and tears, and quite a bit of it. Especially my husband's tears. Like, please put that blog away, but.
Yeah, my revenue from doing, all the work comes from my site. I have ads on the site, on the sidebar. It's free for everyone to look at it, and that's how I, can keep it free, because I have ads, and also I have affiliate programs with different companies such as coupons.com, redplum.com. If you come to my site and print coupons, it's free for you, but Redplum or coupons.com pay me a little. I mean, I'm not making millions or anything like
No,
that.
I hear what you're saying.
But, it generates a little bit of income there.
My question comes back to the newspapers and the ads from the stores. Every once in a while, almost too often, Rite Aid will say that there's $4 off the item, $2 with an in-the-store coupon, and $2 you will find in your Sunday paper, and it is never in the Sunday paper. Why does that happen, and what do we do?
We're going to pass this way.
Because we know you want it. No. No, that it's not determined by us. It's determined by Smart Source and Redplum and Unilever and Procter & Gamble. When they partner with the manufacturers, they pick specific regions and zip codes to send that coupon out. Now, when Rite Aid is making their ad months in advance, they know that coupon's coming, but they don't know what area that coupon is going to end up in. So they say generally, there's an asterisk that says may be included in your insert.
I saw that.
And so they're covering themselves while the Birmingham News is left holding it like, why didn't we do it? Why didn't we put it in the paper? But it has nothing to do with us. We do not select what coupons will appear in our paper. We receive those inserts from the insert providers and then insert them in our paper. So yes, I know it's extremely frustrating. There are clipping services that you can get around to get that. I do not recommend purchasing coupons on eBay, but I do recommend that you could check out the coupon clippers online. But if you desperately need to get that deal, but for the most part, that is exactly why you might not have it in your paper. And I know it's extremely frustrating.
I got a question.
Can I just one follow-up, just hold that question. Is there a better day in the week to go grocery shopping as far as the coupons are concerned? So is it better to go on Sundays or Tuesdays or Wednesdays or Thursdays?
Just in terms of when the coupon, what do you mean?
Well, in terms of you have the ads coming on Sundays, so it wouldn't make sense for you to go on Saturday, right? Like, for example, because Publix, for example, goes from Tuesday to Tuesday. So if you go on Wednesday, you're not gonna use the coupons that might come in the paper on Sunday.
Well, the grocery ads come out Wednesday to Tuesday, and then drugstores are Sunday to Saturday. You can go. I go on Sunday because that's just my day to shop because I don't shop during the week. And I find that I still run into the problem of I have to get rain checks for a lot of the problems because the couponers have already been through. Curse you, couponers, But anyway, no. For me, Sunday's a good day to shop, and I can and that way I can take advantage of both the grocery store and the Rite Aid. Or the drugstore deals. That's just how I do it. I'm gonna pass this over to them.
I think it just depends on your store. If your store obviously has a lot of couponers that shop there, you want to go as early as possible. Publix is really good about restocking too. So, and you can get rain checks, or you can pre-order if you want to buy a lot of one thing. And it's good. You can usually on my site and a lot of the others that you can get a preview of the ad, what's going to come out. I usually try to have Publix up by Tuesday. And you can get it early so you can see what's going to be on sale. Get your coupons ready Tuesday night, and then go Wednesday morning first thing, and you can get your deals then.
How do you get Publix coupons early?
Well, there are forums online where you can get those.
Really?
People go, in the forum that I go to, there's a lady in Alabama that actually goes and sits outside on Monday waiting for the truck. And they give it to her, and she takes it and just types it
How
up.
do you get it? I mean, what do you put in what's the website that you sent to?
Oh, that I go to is slickdeals.net, but it's a forum. You have to go find the Publix forum. So, and that she posted on there. So.
Mine goes back to the Sunday papers, especially last year, right before Thanksgiving, there was a lot of coupons for Springer Farms chicken breast. And on the coupon, it says to go find it, it said it was at Publix. Well, I go to Publix and they say, we don't carry the breast pack. We only carry the bags, and they won't honor the coupon. What do you do with the coupon instead of sending it overseas?
Well, are you a member of a coupon train or a coupon form swap? That would be the way that I would unload them. Is that the only place that it say specifically?
That's the only place.
To redeem it at Publix?
There's the only place in Alabama that had it, or in my vicinity anyway, so.
That would be the only way. Do y'all have another suggestion of how to unload it, other than mailing it overseas? I mean, I know that's a great coupon that you would have been able to use. And
Yeah, it was $1 off for chicken
in
breast,
there. Yeah.
So.
I'm sorry. That would be the only way. If you just need to, there are coupon trains that if you'll get on and find them at like Yahoo groups or whatever that are across the country, so you could pass it along.
I never have understood those because I never understood how you do the databases and all that stuff, so I just got out of it.
Yeah.
But I never understood it.
Well, and then also there's a forum on iHeart Publix, and she's out of Carrollton, Georgia. And there are a lot of people over there that probably would have had access to that chicken, and then you needed another coupon, so you could have gone on there and typed in search of whatever and shared the coupon there as well. That would be the only way to compensate that. I know you hate to see a coupon go to waste.
Yeah.
On the Springer House Farm, did you go into the manufacturer's website? 'Cause I think there's a form that you can ask Publix to start selling that under Springer House Farm, you can print it out and take it to the manager and ask them to start selling that product in the store. They can.
That's a valid, great tip. Did y'all hear it over here? She said if you go to the Springer House website, there was a form that you could print out and take it to your store manager and ask them to start carrying that specific product.
Publix of Montclair sells it.
Oh, there you go. So if that comes back around.
This may be off the subject, but can you explain payment of stuff online as security and the PayPal? Yes.
Oh, the security with PayPal, is that what you're saying?
PayPal, and what's the best way to purchase security?
One way, well, I'll start with PayPal. If you're ever buying anything through PayPal, that's pretty much as secure as it's going to get when making a payment online. They have a very kind of strict way of if you were to purchase something and somebody ships you something and it's not right, say you buy something from me and I ship it to you and it's not as described or it's torn or something's wrong with it, well, there's a form within PayPal that you can fill out and they will, in a sense, go get your money back for you. So PayPal is very secure. One thing to look at that's kind of a key if you're ever doing any shopping, just maybe off any websites that maybe you just Googled and come across and never been there before. Holly, if you'll go up to the top up there, mine's not on it now. Up at the very top where it says, where you would plug in www. Up there, if you'll see where it shows HTTP and the colon and the 2 slashes, that is showing that you're not entered into a secure part of the website yet. What that means is if there's an S after that P, HTTPS, that's usually where, act like you're going to log in and then if you, once you go in and actually to add to cart and then you start putting in your billing information, well when that happens, at that time then there will be an S come on to the web address up there. That S actually stands for secure, but that's one good thing to look at when you're buying online is look for that HTTPS versus just the HTTP. And other than that, that's probably the biggest key that I would recommend.
And then how do you get in, is there a way to get into PayPal? How do you start?
To go to PayPal, you would just go to paypal.com, and if you don't have an account now, I'm sure there's a login or a get started link where you just put your email in, and it'll require you to put a credit card or a bank card on there, and it's very simple.
What's the deal with having to pay tax when you use a coupon? I mean, it doesn't seem to be, it seems to vary. I mean, I can go to Chick-fil-A and use a coupon there. Of course, I know it's their own thing, but I mean, I can walk out of there and not pay a penny. Whereas you go to some places and if you use a coupon, you still have to pay tax even before the coupon. Do you know what the deal is with that?
Well, I guess that depends on how the coupon is applied. You know, so Chick-fil-A might apply the coupon after taxes because it's an in-house coupon.
Or if you use a manufacturer coupon, you still have to pay tax, which I don't understand that because you're not spending that money. So why should I have to pay tax to the government on my money?
Well, it's you know, that's just the way the tax code works. You know, there's not much we can do about this. The fact is, see, the grocery store is going to have to report the sale because they're going to go back to the manufacturer to get the money back. See, Publix is not going to get the money from your coupon does not come out of Publix pockets. You know, that money, they're going to take the coupons and they send them into the manufacturer. But Publix is going to have to report the sales, and they're going to have to pay sales tax on that. So they're going to charge you for it. You know, and it depends on when the coupon is applied. You know, so if it is and if it's in-house versus one that's redeemed through a manufacturer. So that makes a difference in terms of who's actually paying for it.
Dr. Radicus, about your question on which day to shop. When you shop at Publix on Wednesday and you use the coupon that's in the morning paper that day, you'll get an item for paying 1 penny. It could be a 5-pound bag of flour, a gallon of milk, or a dozen eggs. It's a worthwhile item as a rule. And they take 5% off senior citizens, off your whole bill.
And that's a good point. I was actually going to ask that. Are there like any lists, or do you have any ideas where there are like certain days where you, for example, you go with your kids and you get a free kids meal, or certain days where it's better to go to the grocery store than others because it's senior day or whatever other day?
I don't know about the senior lists, but if you have grandkids or kids, on our website, I will say I love to eat out, and I hate buying chicken fingers that they eat like 2 bites of and then I'm full. So we created a Kids Eat Free list that basically says, we searched all around town, like if you want to eat free with your kids, here's where to go on this day. On this day, it's these places. It really comes in handy, especially when you have more than one kid. It really adds up. And I mean, the drinks now are about $2 a piece for a drink. So it really adds up if you can get your kids to eat free. It tends to save us at least $10 per trip. And then, you know, of course, you pay less in tax and tip. But, well, I guess you should still tip very well. But, you know, to each their own.
On the senior discount thing, if you are interested in knowing what grocery stores in the area are offering a 5% discount and what age and all that, I do have a roundup, and I'll be glad to email it to you. And then also have a... You don't do email?
Some of us seniors don't do email.
Well, I can print it out and mail it to you. So give me your address, and when I'll print it out and mail it to you this week. But then also I have a list of over 100 online discounts that you can get just for being an AARP member and some other senior discounts. So if you're interested in that, just send me after, and I'll get you the contact information to get that.
On days you shop, Food Giant on Mondays double up to $1.
Yes, that's a great bit.
Every Monday.
Yeah, up to $1. Yeah, and there's a limit of 3 like coupons per transaction, and after that passes, then it's just face value. But yeah, Food Giant's a great place to score. So, and then Piggly Wiggly, all of the Piggly Wigglies started doubling up to 99 cents here in the Birmingham metro area, and they've got their coupon policy online. So that's a great way to save as well. And Western is 65 cents. So.
Publix does double coupons too.
Yes, Publix does up to 50 cents, yes.
2 things. One, going back to your tax question about your coupons, it's the state of Alabama that's done that. My in-laws are living in Georgia. When we go over there, they don't charge us tax on coupons. I grew up in Texas, they don't charge tax period on food. I mean, obviously your tobacco and alcohol is taxed, but food products, not taxed at all. So that's the state of Alabama that's done that.
That's a good point, just to interject. Sales tax is a state tax, it's not a federal tax. The federal government does not get a cent from sales tax.
And I've got a question, probably directed at you. When I've gone on SouthernSavers.com a lot, and she'll tell you, this is on sale, and the coupon was on like ConAgra's booklet, I've gone to the website, and I can never find how to get that booklet. And there's other booklets too, not just that one. But how do you keep on top of where to go for those kinds of other coupon booklets, not just your newspapers and your online printables?
When it says booklet, usually it's something that somebody somewhere, and could be anywhere in the southeast if it's Publix, found it in a Publix store. So it may not be in your store or my store. A lot of times they're very consistent across the state, so you can. But the main thing is when you go to Publix, go to the customer service desk and ask them if you have any coupons today, and they'll give you a stack usually with a yellow flyer, green flyer. Most of them are keeping them behind the counter now. They used to have them out, but they'll give them to you and you just file it. And when it says booklet, look through that and see if you have it. And sometimes you may or may not. I don't usually list a booklet on my matchups unless it's something that I've seen here that I know, because it's frustrating. It's very frustrating to be trying to do your coupon matchups and to have 10 deals you can't do because you don't have the coupon. So I try to list ones that I know or have been seen around here.
I want to know, what do you think of, like, for the online shopping, what do you think of those sites, like, I may be calling it wrong, like Shop at Home, the ones that want you to put their tax bars on your computer? Are those problematic, or are those helpful to you, or what do you think of those kind of sites?
Like Ebates or ShopAtHome.com?
Yeah, stuff like that. And they want you to download their tool to your computer. And my husband, like, I'm new to couponing, I just started last year, but he just doesn't, he let me do the coupon thing for the printing, but like he just doesn't want me downloading anything like test bars or anything like that. He's like, So I wonder about that.
So the toolbars, I'm personally not a fan of them because you can have a gazillion up there and it just clutters up. What I do when I'm going to go shop online for something, I'll go to that site, go to ebates.com or go to savings.com or retailmenot.com, and what you're in the market for, and they just teach, they can cause you to spend more money as a matter of fact because they're putting the deals right in your face. So I wouldn't, because it takes up resources, and it just clutters up your desktop. That's just my personal opinion about that. So.
No, I agree with Holly about that. The toolbars are unnecessary. And in fact, you can open yourself up to a lot of problems, especially if you don't have a strong firewall protection and all that. So it's completely unnecessary.
A lot of those are spyware, so therefore they're going to track your internet use and all of that. You want to stay away from these.
One thing that is sort of like my pet peeve at grocery stores, and I just want you all to be aware of it if you're not already, but I'm sure you probably are. But they'll advertise something in their circular, and then if you don't remember the price, like when they're ringing it up, it'll come up at a much higher price or not the sale price. And it's such a pain because you feel like you have to remember every single price when you're shopping. But as I'm aging, I just try to think of it as my mental exercise for the day, but Alzheimer's. But anyway, I just wanted to point that out. And Publix, if you detect that they've charged you the wrong thing, they'll give you the product for free. So, and a lot of these grocery stores, they are just, like Winn-Dixie, they're just famous for having the wrong price in the thing. I think how hard is that for one person to go through and put their stuff in the computer every week, but they really don't.
That's because more than one person is putting the information.
I have a question for Christy. My mother lives across town, and she subscribes to the newspaper every day. Besides getting the coupons on Sunday, usually probably 2 to 3 times a month, she'll get a paper thrown in the yard. It's not a normal paper, and it'll have an insert of the same coupons. And like at my house, I don't get those little three coupons. She thinks it's because most of her neighbors don't pick a paper, and they're just throwing that out trying to get new subscriptions, but she just looks up.
You're talking about the extra. Yeah, the extra is a great thing to have if you're not getting the Wednesday paper. If she's getting a 7-day subscription.
She gets 7 days a
And
week.
she occasionally gets an extra,
She
it's
thinks
a mistake.
Her neighbors don't take the paper, and she
Yeah.
thinks they just hit her by mistake.
Yes, but don't complain. No,
she's not
it's got an insert in it.
Don't you get this?
Yeah, don't you get it? Yeah, all right. No, look, Mom, you didn't get one today. Yeah, no, but there's also supplements of the Yes, which is the inserts, not all the inserts, but you can get that, and that's our Sunday package that has the ads and the inserts as well. And you can find that, it's you can just type into Google Birmingham Yes, I think it's just birminghamyes.com. And then extra is birminghamnewsextra.com. If you wanted to add yourself to that list or request, you can see if your area is covered by our distributors. And you were asking earlier about how to get the Publix ad early. Are you a subscriber? Or not? Do you subscribe 7 days? Wednesday, okay. Well, the extra people will start getting it on Monday. So that's a great way to start getting it. I'm not telling you to drop that Wednesday subscription because I want to keep my job. But if you are, and if you have a neighbor maybe that gets one, you can ask to look at it early as well. But the grocery ads will come out anywhere in that extra from Monday to Thursday. Yes?
Another question with it. Since I subscribe to the paper 7 days, do they have a separate add-on if I want to get extra Sunday papers?
Yeah, you can get up to 10 papers sent to your home, and which is a great thing to do.
They'll send a whole paper though, you can't just get
the inserts, right? No, sorry. Thanks, you don't want to read it? No. You just read once and then, yeah, okay, yeah, no, and it's a waste, but there are things to do with that extra newspaper, but, yeah, everybody has to get extra inserts, and no, we don't sell the ones that are left over. Those are all shredded, and you can't come down and dumpster dive at the Birmingham News and get those extra inserts.
Why is it on the extra? I used to get it every week, and then now I'm lucky if I get one a week or one a month.
Well, that's probably your carrier, and it's
they go all around to the neighbors, but not me.
Well, you can address the extra is handled different from our circulation, and we have a crack team that's on that. So if you file a complaint with it, you'll hear from them within 24 hours. If you're not getting it on a regular basis, what we have, which we call a confirm, and is that they'll actually take a picture of the product in your yard or on your doorstep. So if it gets to where you're just not getting it at all and you really want to get it because we do have a high demand, you can take those steps and ask for confirmation delivery. And just, if you need that information or whatever, feel free to email me. I'll give you a handout afterwards that has contact information to get that taken care of because I know it's important.
Okay, let's take one last question, and then we're going to wind things up. It looks like you've got one back here.
Okay, my question is, we spend a lot of money on the movie stuff, like the cable, and then I got Netflix thinking I was going to drop all the movie channels, and it didn't work out like that. So I'm spending a lot of money on that, to watch, because I love movies, to watch movies. And I want to know, is there any way to cut your, other than just not having it, which that's really not going to play, but is there any way I can kind of cut, because I spend a lot of money on the movie channels and the Netflix, and is there any way to kind of cut that? Is there something you would suggest?
Like cut both of them? I mean, you get Netflix and movie channels? Can I come over?
I had the movie channels, but when I got them, they were on deals and specials.
Right, and you can't get out of the contract now or something?
No, I can get out of it, but it's still on the special. So I'm paying, I get all of them for $25 or something like that, which normally they're more than that. I get everything for that. And then I got the Netflix. Netflix was a lot lower, and then, so many months ago, they just jacked their price up 65, 75%. Well, if you spend, no, I'm sorry, but
Well, a great way to do that is to shop around, and DirecTV just, I mean, we're out of contract on DirecTV myself, and so we're going to switch over to use Uverse.
I love Uverse.
And because they have great packages, and their coverage area is expanded significantly in the Birmingham area. And for the movies, just in terms of dropping those special packages, I mean, really, how many times can you watch Dick Tracy and Top Gun, you know, because they play the same movies over and over again. So there might be some ways just to meet as a family and cut those down, because once you get into like a new package and you get with a new carrier, they're going to offer you the whole shebang for a great rate, and then you're left hanging 6 months later with the box and then the package. So you're just going to have to sit down and figure out which way, because Redbox is a great supplement as long as you return it. I'm sorry? What did you say?
I was just repeating what you said. You said Redbox.
Redbox is a great supplement as long as you return it and you're dedicated to getting it back, so you don't pay $10 for that rental. But then also the Netflix and the streaming and all that, you could probably eliminate one of them. And I'm not telling you what's good for your household, but just you're going to probably have, if you're wanting to save money on the television and entertainment end, you're probably going to have to make some drastic cuts.
And you can also check out movies from your local library if you wanted to do that.
Trish has a...
Oh, I was just going to tell you, if you do, we just switched to Uverse, and to bundle our phone, internet, the bundle package has made a huge, like $60 or $70 a month difference. So now, because of bundling, I think our phone is $10 a month. So now I got all the movie channels and on demand, which, yeah, landline, yeah, it's $10 a month. It's unbeatable. And if you sign up online, you get $200 to $250 Visa gift card, which has we've used it. There was no catch. There was no problem. So look into bundling. And I know when I called to quit my other service to switch to Uverse, I think you just have to keep calling back and saying, I think I'm going to switch, because all of a sudden movie channels were free, HD was free. Please don't go. And I really think that's because I know prices went up about $6 every quarter almost, and it just kept doing that. So if there's a threat of you leaving, things will change. Or I don't know if you know about Hulu and things like that. Hulu.com, HULU, check that out.
Okay, I'm sorry that we're out of time. I really appreciate y'all being here. The last thing I wanted to mention, our library's website is eolib.org, and I have taken copious notes. So when you go to our Smart Investing page, which is right here, if you scroll down, you will see a link to the coffee and couponing. Some of you may have registered here. Underneath coffee and couponing, you will find, it'll probably take us until Monday or Tuesday, but we'll get the video up online so you can watch the program if you missed something. And also all the notes I have with the websites that were mentioned, the Christie's tips on the things that you need to keep in mind, all of those notes will be up there as well. So, and if you guys, if our panelists have anything that you wanted to add, let me know. So you'll be able to find all of this information probably by Monday or Tuesday of next week. Okay, and Thursday is our program on mutual funds at 6:30. Thank you.